It gets more complicated. Everyone is on the tip of their seats, waiting to watch what exactly is going to take place in the next, guys. In the video that we are going to watch today, let us conduct additional research to find out what is going to happen next. The chart that you see above is my USDT.dominance chart, people. And really take a look at it, don't you think? Keeping up with the resistance and maintaining the great support at this range, gentlemen. That is the reason why Bitcoin shot up, right? Due to the fact that we did not move beyond that level. Let me state this right now. What needs to take place here is that this breaks down straight away and returns to this range. We need this to happen. The events that took place earlier were, as you can see, I had already turned down the opportunity to work with the Fibonacci level, guys. And it went all the way back down for support right then. It pumped. I mean, that is something that can't happen right now, isn't it? It's just not possible for us to go back to the previous level, men. Consolidate, then go back up. So what needs to happen here is that this needs to die at the most fundamental level, right? But I am in favor of Bitcoin. What is the name of this thing that I am now seeing? It is just stunning. There is a steady flow of capital into this asset, including Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, and virtually every other cryptocurrency. You are correct, and if you go to the EM, you will see that they are all moving along beautifully together now. Just take a look at this, guys. Everything that is taking place here is just exploding, isn't it? Hello, everyone. This is the stock market. Once more, that blow-off top is already in place. What are you saying, guys? It's happening right now. Most likely, it will continue to climb higher and higher and higher until it reaches an even higher level. Until we witness the recession once more, which is expected to come in the next few months, most likely by the end of this year's fourth quarter. What else? This time, the US.domination chart would not have been any different, right? It's all I have to say about it, guys. It is helpful in providing support here, guys. I had a game plan that consisted of wishing that it fell lower, trying to fool everyone, and then coming back up, guys, right? However, things did not turn out that way. As far as we are concerned, this chart ought to go much lower, right? It was necessary for us to go like this, folks, in order to get that blow-off peak moment for cryptocurrencies, and then we might perhaps attempt to come back up. Due to the presence of a double top. Permit me to demonstrate to you all what I mean by referring to the charts. I was hoping for this kind of movement, but it didn't happen. Instead, we pumped, and I'm expecting for this again. So I had the chart like this, guys, but I didn't move it at all. I didn't move any lines or anything else. Okay, guys, then it goes back to a double top, and then in the year 2025, that's when the demonic run takes place, and this thing basically just dies. So let's see what happens next, even if this is weird, guys. In light of the fact that this is even conceivable, there are unquestionably those who are considered to be insiders. Now, it is true that some people are claiming that this kit is possibly photoshopped, but nobody truly knows for sure 100%. The source of this is 4chan. For the purpose of anonymity, I am fairly certain that in the year 2018, by the way, we currently possess approximately 90% of the total supply, and here is our blueprint. We will gradually increase our price, and then we will reach a boom screen cap in October 2019, when the price of Bitcoins will be $10,000, right? In addition to that, he included a roadmap of Bitcoin's price guides for each year, including the highest and lowest prices on the market. In the event that you guys are able to simply pause the video, then this is in all likelihood accurate. During the month of July 2024, the price of Bitcoin occurred at 53,000. After that, they say that by September 2024, the price of Bitcoin will be over six figures or $100,000, right? It would appear that within the range of six figures. To reiterate, we still have that final oncoming, guys, right? If this is the case, then we still have that last incoming, guys. After that, the recession takes place, and then we begin to rise in the latter part of the year 2025. This will result in a market cap, which is $5.7 trillion. This is very interesting because Brent Garlinghouse did, in fact, state $5 trillion before, and Big Short, one of the shops, was also very close to saying that. Moreover, Brent Garlinghouse has stated that it will take place in the current year. The vice is probably not finished. Would you kindly like these videos? Hey, I'd like to thank you. It is only going to become better for Bitcoin's dominance. It is only going to be between 40 and 47%. In other words, 40 to 47%. Check out that chart because it refers to the entire season, which means that 40% will come out to be too interesting at this level. Oh yeah. People, the entire season is truly on the horizon. This means that he is right since he claims that when Bitcoin does head towards 105,000, it will drop like this, right? It is going to maintain support at this range, as we have also stated, and that constitutes the entire season. We are genuinely saying this right now, guys, and it is probably going to go up because people are pouring their money into Bitcoin as a result of the Blackstone event. Say because I want our guys to die in this year, and that's where the true run, the really craziness run, happens through this upcoming season. Say because I want our guys to die in this year. Assuming that it does take place, it will be as crazy as it is for all of these things to occur at now, men, don't you think? Currently, this is how things are going, and I really hope that it is not a Photoshop job. This is the moment when it will come into action. Is that okay? It is expected that the Consumer Price Index, which is essentially the report on inflation, would be released according to the timetable of releases for the month of June 2024, which is the reference month. Gentlemen, the releasing dates are going to be on July 11th. Next week, on Thursday that is, so Thursday of the following week, I will explain why this is so significant. The reason for this is that if this comes in lower than expected, then if inflation is going from inflationary to what, deflation, then the markets will front run any kind of rate decrease or anything else, folks. Therefore, it is imperative that the Consumer Price Index CPI print be lower than the prior month, regardless of the month in question. If it does come lower, then this is a really optimistic sign for you guys. Let us keep prayer and hope for that. How are we able to know? Due to the fact that this is the case, we might be able to honestly perceive that there is still a possibility of us going a lot higher, so should the CPI be found to be lower, look at what's going on here. The probability of a rate decrease to 500 to 535 basis points has increased to 71% for the Federal Open Market Committee meeting that will take place on September 18th, 2024. This is a break from the target rates that were previously established. Take a look at that. The month of September appears to be the target month for a reduction in interest rates. And why is that so significant? We are currently in the months of July, August, and September, which are the two remaining months before the markets reach their peak. How come? Mainly due to the fact that whenever they reduce the charges, boys, what happens? The very best among the market's competitors, again, 1 to 2 months on this end, is that. Correct? Is it possible that it may be 3 months? There was a certain kind of delay that occurred in the past as well, and it was when they reduced their rates. You are correct in saying that the markets continue to rise for a short period of time before suddenly crashing down from nowhere. Therefore, if this were the case, then September appears to be the month that they are aiming for, where they are currently located, which is around September. When the Consumer Price Index CPI is lower, let's just say that the goal month is when the markets start helping out again. Guys, you are aware that the dollar will also decrease the next week, right? In light of the fact that the Federal Reserve will shortly begin reducing interest rates as well. Is it true that all of these things are functioning exceptionally well for us to attain greater levels, guys? My hope is that we will continue to climb higher, completely and utterly. Do you agree that this has been our strategy from the very beginning of time? Right now. The M2 money supply chart is the sole piece of data that is relevant. How come? Mostly due to the fact that it is about to moon, right? Take note of that. Whatever will serve as the catalyst. The occurrence that took place in the black zone, as far as I can tell, it is. Already climbing higher, you agree? Okay, whatever this thing is, it seems like it's going to be a rerun of the year 2020. Is that correct? In the future, guys, we will check for similarity in everything of that. On the other hand, this is, to put it mildly, of the utmost significance. My goodness, this is the most insane headline I've ever seen, gentlemen. What has just taken place? Are you aware of the manner in which these governments are marketing and other things? Germany went in the opposite direction and purchased 2,000 additional Bitcoin, which is equivalent to around 2,000 Bitcoin dudes. What is it? Yesterday, after promptly dumping Bitcoin onto the market, they either bought back or are in the process of buying back their own Bitcoin that they had previously dumped. Hold on, what is it? All of you, that is completely illogical. They received a call from who? Is that correct? Who was it that called them to do this? Nothing seems to make sense. Perhaps it's possible that they're saying not